Hey guys, welcome to season 2 of Undeniably You with me, your host, Sophia Valley. My next guest needs no introduction because apparently he can introduce himself.
He's funny, he's erudite, he's compassionate, he's a pioneer, he's genuine, he's authentic, he's a chakrahan. He's a man who will be remembered as someone who's on the cutting edge of his industry. Simmi, undeniably him. The teachers said that I had ADHD, and then my mother put me on, she told the teachers, well, I'm going to give him this medication, and it was just a placebo. Didn't do anything, right? And then they saw that, they're like, oh, Simmi's general mood and has improved and he's not so ADHD or whatever terminology they wanted to use, right? And my mother's like, joke's on you, it's a placebo. There's nothing wrong with my child. Maybe get better teachers. But she didn't word it like that because my mother's a very kind person.
I like your mom. She sounds really nice.
Yeah, my mother's very, very, very quiet, only loves medicine, hardly ever talks. But the only thing my mother lives for is me. In fact, if I have to think about it, I really won the lottery in life. I've got I've got an incredible mother. Like, my father's my best friend.
Do you have siblings?
I've got one sibling, my sister Siam, who also, like...
Are you very similar?
Yeah, no, we're not very similar at all. She's younger than me.
Okay.
She's much more stern and serious, but I mean, like, we love each other unconditionally.
Undeniably.
If anything happens in this world to me that's bad, I cannot complain about it. It's a lovely realization that, because I just, I've just got so much love in my life and, like, so much support. So
that's so beautiful.
I really, really won the lottery there.
That's lucky. What was your childhood like then?
It was great. I had a fascinating childhood. I did everything.
Born in Durban?
Yeah, born in Durban.
Okay.
And, like, I remember growing up and, like, everything I ever wanted, somehow my parents would get for me. And, like, we did all these extramurals and everything was just fascinating. Like I misunderstand firstly as a brown person, and secondly as a Muslim person. Like, we weren't, like, told to be creative and stuff. But my mother would send me to, like, gumboot dancing and
really.
Oh yeah.
That's
Gumboot
so
dancing.
Cool.
I remember going to, like, Eid Day, and then, like, people would be like, you know, like, when your parents have, like, other parents around,
yeah,
and then they're like, yo, look at what my child can do. Then they have someone that will sing, and then.
You would do the gumboot dancing.
Then my mother would be like, bring the gumboots.
Can you still do it?
No, I don't think so. Back then, you just slap the gumboot, right?
That's your party trick.
I remember I was so upset with my mom one day because I was just like, why couldn't I learn guitar? Why is the only musical instrument you got me available at the House and Garden show? Like, that does not make sense to me. Why couldn't you go to Tom's and get, like, a guitar? God. Like, what's wrong with me?
I mean, she's done a great job, so let's give her that.
I think the only thing I would regret about my childhood is not learning, like, isiZulu properly. Because I think that's fundamental in actually finding a commonality with the vast majority of South Africans, is speaking a local language outside of Afrikaans.
I agree. I feel like we have so many beautiful languages.
Yeah, we've got 11.
I know, exactly. And like learning, can you speak Afrikaans?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean,
but, like, properly, like everything.
I think it's much worse now compared to when I was in school and
Can
stuff.
you say I'm going on a samosa run in Afrikaans?
Nee, ek is nie op die pad vir samosa run nie.
You don't know what run is in Afrikaans?
No, it's loop. Yeah.
Isn't loop walk?
I don't know what it is. Geloop. What a loop?
I don't know.
Vinnige loop.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't
Do you know, I was so nervous to have this podcast with you, even though you turned me down 3 times.
I didn't turn you down. I rejected you. There's a difference.
Okay.
I swiped left on you 3 times.
Are you on any dating app?
Yeah, I'm on all of them.
Which ones?
Bumble, Tinder.
So the girl can message you first. That's Bumble, right?
Yeah.
You like
That's what I like. That's what I like. I don't have to make that first move.
Yeah.
No, I'm on all of them. Ask me if I use any of them.
Do you use any of them?
No, I'm incredibly bad at using these apps. I start with the app like years ago and I keep the profile and everything and I don't delete it off my phone. So people be like, I spotted you on Tinder. I'm like, you did? What was I doing there? You're like, you can go check. I mean,
so
I know
they would swipe right, but you'd never know because you've just never been there.
Oh, I did a show with Yasin Barnes last year, October. And I remember there's a segment of the show where everybody updates my Tinder profile. Man, and the reviews I get from the audience are just, how can you post an image with that shirt on? You look like a crook. How could you stand like that? Like, you don't even look sexy. Like, all of these, like, just, they updated my Tinder profile for me.
That's
like, they
hilarious.
gave me a better bio.
Is it still like that?
No, I think we updated the bio live, and then we kept on doing the bit. So sometimes with like comedy and stuff, right? It's the spontaneity that sells the bit, and the crowd think that they're actually doing the work. But I mean, the work's been done for them. Like, I know they're gonna make fun of my Tinder profile. I just have to make my Tinder profile bad and bland enough. So
giving them bait.
Yeah, there we go.
Got it. How did you get into comedy?
Long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I would make the people dance and maybe they would
Can you sing
be
it though?
happy for a while.
I heard you have a voice.
I do, but I can't sing anymore. Unfortunately, my voice is not as
We're
strong.
going to get you to sing.
No, you're not going to get me to sing. You're not going to get me to do anything. But how I
sing.
started stand-up is that I've always had a love for storytelling. My dad is an incredibly gifted storyteller. And I just remember how people laugh at his stories and stuff. And I think that I remember I was 13 and I watched Riyad Musa on television. And I was like, I want to do that because your representation, you see someone that kind of looks like you, you'd be like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I want to do that thing. And then I remember at campus, they had an open mic and I destroyed in that first night. The second night, absolutely died. But the thing about stand-up is just being incredibly perseverant. So that's what I did. I just kept on doing it.
And that was in university?
Yeah, I was about 17, 18.
Did you finish your degree?
I finished all of them, barring...
Yeah, oh yeah, you have like 5.
Yeah, barring my
Why are you so
LLB.
smart, Simmi?
Because I collect degrees like how other people collect artwork. I like it. It's something to add. It also...
expands your mind.
Yeah, it expands your mind, but it also gives you access into places. A lot of people will be like, oh, but you need a degree for this job. Well, okay, cool. If you got one, and anyone, right? That's why like people love getting MBAs because it thinks like, oh, they put me in like a business aspect. Actually just shows that you've been trained in a certain aspect. So like you get a degree, and by all means, that doesn't mean if you don't have a degree, you can't get somewhere in life, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's easier to say, yeah, well, I also have an MBA than saying, I didn't really go to university.
It's like a toolbox for your life in a way, expanding your mind.
Yeah, but also I wish I had studied better things. Like I wish I did.
What would you have studied?
I would have done history.
I love history. I studied history.
Because history like often repeats itself and you can always see the patterns. And if there's one thing stand-up has taught me, or various forms of business or podcasting, is to notice patterns. Because patterns can show you how things work and where you can make things better, or how things failed. That's what I would have loved history. Economics, because I think it's fundamental for anybody to understand somehow how an economical system works. And I think I would have done English. To improve my creative writing, because I read a lot. My grandfather owned a bookstore in Durban called Ike's Books.
Cute.
So I remember just working there as a youngster and just forever reading. And I mean, now to this day, I read tons of things.
What are you reading at the moment?
You can find a very, very, very boring, but by Robert Harris. It's called Imperium. It's about Cicero. Cicero was a great orator and advocate in the Roman Empire, just before Caesar. Just before Caesar. And he used to, if you know how the Roman political system worked during that time, you had to be of an elite status to actually hold the member of parliament type of situation. And Cicero couldn't because he doesn't come from an elite status. So for him to actually be regarded as an elite, not only did he have to be a good orator, a good debater, he had to beat someone and take their place as a member of parliament. And I think actually historically it's the first ever corruption case that he actually ever spoke about. But yeah, a fascinating book. It's told through the eyes of Tiro, which is his scribe. And if you know anything about Tiro, Tiro is the person that developed shorthand. So how journalists used to write, like, the letter "the" would be like a line down and a line.
I feel like that's your school already, like just reading all the stuff.
Yeah, reading is, I cannot tell you, the reading is the greatest part. You know Shabnam Khan, she's an author. She wrote a book called Onion Tears. She's from Durban as well. Incredibly gifted. In fact, if there's a person that is like one of my creative crushes, is Shabnam.
I feel like you have a crush on everyone. I've listened to a few of your episodes, and every time you're interviewing a girl, maybe because I'm interviewing you now, you go, "You're my biggest crush."
No, I do that on purpose though.
But just to break the ice. Simmi, you're my biggest crush.
I know, girl. I know. Trust me. Trust me. I know.
In your dreams.
I am the prize. I am the prize.
In your dreams.
Nah. I am the prize. I'm 34. I'm handsome. I'm incredibly funny. Intelligent. Man. Swipe right on me, baby girls. I'm the one for you.
Are you done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. So I guess you're going to get a lot of followers.
From here?
Do you know my following?
Yes.
Tell
me more about
a lot of single girls. So, I'm going to put this little reel together of who you are, and I'll be like,
but you must
ladies,
use the good moments. Don't use like the bad moments.
No, why would I? I'm not a negative person.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty positive.
You're undeniably you.
I'm trying to be. Well, I am. No,
Why did you call the show Undeniably You?
It's a very good question.
I know. Thank you.
And thank you for asking it. I went through a lot of names. I went to the Sophia Valley show.
Not a good name.
No. Had all my branding ready, everything to go. Didn't work. Well, it didn't work because when I re-looked at it, I was like, it sounds like a TV show. It's not cool. And then I started putting a list of everything. I had the Valley Pod. I don't know. It was just like list of things.
So far, you've given 2 names that are incredibly bad.
I know.
You have to
do you like Undeniably You?
I do. If you put it Undeniably You and then your name, you'd be fine.
Yeah, well, I put your name.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You see?
Yeah. With Simmi Areff.
Because it's obviously about you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just for like search engine optimization. Like, 'cause in the world of podcasts, like, I'm working on a podcast now called Simmi Areff versus the World.
That's nice. I like that.
And the reason being is because I wanted it to be centered around me.
As your person, you're growing a personality, right? As in who you are, that people need to know.
But like the reason why I wanted to put versus the world is because it was a toss-up between Simmi Areff, he's really, really wholesome, or Simmi Areff versus the world.
Simmi Areff is definitely not full of himself, guys. I swear to God, I'm sitting next to him. He's the least full of himself person you will ever meet in your entire life.
No, I just know that I'm a full of shit person. Like, I know I like to fuck around. I like to ask questions.
To swear.
I'm allowed to swear.
Yeah.
That's also like, I think I said it on a podcast myself. Is like when people go like, "Am I allowed to swear?" Yeah, bro, swear.
Yeah, you just said fuck.
Yeah. So I was just like, those are the concepts I'm playing with, and the reason why I'm putting my name there is so it's centered around you. So if something happens with that podcast, if it's really, really good, you're the person, even if it's really, really bad.
I think it should be, it's Simmi's world.
Oh gosh, no, come to me for your names. In fact, very interestingly enough, when I went to Dubai,
Have you taken me to Dubai?
Yeah, I got it. That's my place there. The guy, there's a friend I have who works at Apple, and they did like a whole review of like my podcast company and the brand and stuff. And someone had said, how do you choose your names? And it's like, why? It's like, no, because they keep on beating the algorithm. Right? And I have a formula for names.
So the lesser
known somebodies.
So guys, I'm speaking to a lesser known somebody today. Normally I speak to celebrities.
Yeah. Ginger with the GoPro. Aisha Baker. Who's the other guest?
Aisha wasn't on my podcast.
Aisha wasn't on your podcast? No, she was.
No.
Yes, she was.
No.
I saw a picture of you and Aisha together.
Aisha Baker was not on my podcast. She will be, but she's not on my podcast.
But I've seen these microphones before. What was the last season?
So the last season, Elena Papas, Kaya Langa.
Langa.
Okay, you have a better accent than me. Okay, and you're also from Durban. Can you give me a break?
Langa. Okay, Safia, where are you from?
No, wait. I'm not done with season 1. Who else do I have? Lisa J. Alton, Angelique Doberman. I didn't have Aisha Baker.
But then I saw a photo of you guys together in like a
In
podcast
your
setup.
imagination.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is in my imagination.
I am from Pretoria.
Oh, good place to be.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hated growing up there because I feel like living in Cape Town now, there's just so much more to do. Whereas like in Joburg, you just have to get in your car and go everywhere. Like here, it's just more nature orientated, which I
think
like.
if you prefer the lifestyle of Cape Town, you enjoy it a lot more. Like I enjoy running.
Yeah,
Like
and
running
I
is
love
big for me.
yoga, being on the
Yeah.
mountain. I like going to the beach.
And I know like doing running in Joburg is incredibly more difficult than running here. Here I can leave my flat and go straight into the promenade and I can do my 10 kilometers. And
When are we
then I'm
going
done.
for a run?
I'm running directly after this podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm
training for a marathon.
But are you?
Yeah,
Which one?
I did the Cape Town Marathon last year. I'm going to do it again this year because
Well
next year I
done.
also want to do Comrades.
Wow.
That's my dream. Do you know how many women I'll get by completing Comrades? I don't think you
Sorry, I
guys
had
will
to
be
look
ready
into the
for
camera
me.
for that.
I will be insufferable.
Okay.
Imagine me, my ego.
So you're like waiting
With
for
comrades.
the one, and you're like, if I do the comrades, I'm gonna get all this fish of women around me. Why did I use that term? I think because there's a whole bunch of fish behind you.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, fish of woman. You heard it here first.
No.
No, I'm just like, I know that I want to push my, like I'm also doing Robben Island to Globergstrand to swim.
Can
It's
I?
a 7.8
what?
kilometer swim.
Please
Yeah.
be safe.
I mean, you have to buy the boat, and the boat gives you like a.
Oh, you're going in a
net.
boat. I thought you were swimming.
No, you swim, but the boat follows you the whole way. You
Okay,
can't
so
just
you're fine.
follow-
Okay,
put you in
okay.
the
Got
ocean
the
and collapse.
safeties first. Okay. Yeah.
So I enjoy pushing my body to those extremes, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'll ever find love by doing those things. I don't think people find love at the Comrades.
I think you'll find love when you decide, when you choose.
Really?
Yeah.
Break that down for
Do
me.
you love yourself?
Yes, I love myself.
Okay, then love's
Clearly.
coming.
When?
I cannot.
How long, Satya? How long must I wait for this
How
love?
long must I wait for this love?
You're fine. You're still young. You can get married tomorrow if you wanted to.
To who?
I mean, come on. There are plenty of rich people
Fish in the sea.
in the
I'm
Western
not
Cape
looking
province.
for a rich
You're
person.
looking for a broke-ass person.
I'm not
You're in
looking,
the wrong city. We're sitting in the wrong house.
I'm not looking for a broke ass person either.
You're looking for someone in between. Are you looking for a young person who has a startup who you think could work? A fintech startup.
That's
That sounds like Safia Valley's type. Like a fintech
you
startup.
guys, you heard it here first.
If you have a fintech startup and your slogan for your company is, if we all put our minds to it, we can achieve great things.
I'm your girl.
Safia's your girl. So you'll be there.
Oh my god.
At the Standard Bank FinTech Awards, if you get an invite, hey, you there.
Wow, let's not manifest this.
So, but why, girl? Why do you want to settle down?
Yo,
Even you see her eyes, even her eyes are glitched.
no, I'm building my businesses,
Empire.
my empire right now.
You're
So
worth-
my undeniably you, back to just
Yes.
backtracking quickly. I eventually spoke to my best friend in LA, and she's like, "Well, what are you trying to get across?" And I want people to share their stories and be undeniably themselves. And then she said, undeniably something, I can't remember the word. And then I went out the one night, and my friend was just like, undeniably you. And I was like, done.
It's a good name.
Yes. Thank
I
you.
just want to give you stamp of approval. It is a very good name.
And your lesser known somebodies.
Great name.
With as Africa's 8th best podcast.
Yes,
So
Africa's
you
8th
came up with the name before it was Africa's best because
No,
of the
so-
SEO stuff.
Yeah. So when I started podcasting in South Africa,
When was this?
it could be 2014, 2015, before Lesser Known Somebodies.
Yeah.
I had another show. It was a cricket show. It's called like Hansie's Angels.
That's a bad name.
It was a great name, actually, because I go to the cricket and I used to interview fans.
Oh, cool. Okay,
right?
cool.
And I loved
Take
Hansie.
that back.
I love Hansie Gronia, so I used to interview this. So I mean, I always played around with digital audio. But when I started like podcasting, I think there was Gareth Cliff, who had just started his radio station, me, and there was a group of 4 guys that used to record their Skype sessions when they played Dungeons of Dragons. So I started incredibly early. And then I used to joke around saying that this is Africa's 8th best podcast. There wasn't even a ranking system when we started.
So you just made it up?
Just made it up, right? But because you put best and African in the description and everything, the search engine optimization worked in your
so
favor.
Smart.
So people, when people put like podcast Africa, boing, your
Got
boy
it.
was there. That's gotta know how to beat the system. No, it doesn't work like that now at all.
Well, it's changed now. Apparently, you've moved up the ranks.
No, I think I've moved down the ranks. There are so many great podcasts in Africa. There's so many great podcasts in South Africa.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. A lot
do
of talent.
get a lot of listens still. I do.
That's so good.
And whether that's from fans or whether that's from people that just see me, I don't know.
I think you're funny, firstly, and you're authentic. Like, you're also doing something different. Like, you go out on the streets.
Yeah.
And you're interviewing people. So anyone who's not listening to this, check out Simmi.
Yeah, I have it.
Can you drop all your links over there?
At Simmi Areff. That's at SIMMI, A for Apple, R for Richard, FF for the political party.
And that's his Instagram.
That's my everything. You can find me everywhere. Anywhere with that.
Yeah.
But there is an Indian girl that took at Simmi, and
Can she give it back to
no,
you?
she's super famous also.
Is she?
She's like super,
What does
super
she
famous.
do?
I think she's like a content creator or like
From
a
South
singer.
Africa?
No, she's from India. Oh. She's massive. She's like absolutely
Maybe you should meet her.
massive.
Simmi meets Simmi.
Oh, I would love to.
That would be
I don't
such a
think we
great-
speak the same language, but she's massive. I can't even complain to like Twitter or Instagram going, this person stole my name. She is big. I am small.
Have you been to India?
No, I would love to. I want to go to where my grandfather owns land in Kulwar, Colvard, in Surat.
Into the village.
Into the Gam.
Into the Gam.
The Gam, yeah. the
I'm
village.
from Baruch. Well, I'm not from there, but my
Okay. Is that your Gam?
my great grandfather's
Is
Gam.
from- Okay.
Yeah.
My Gam
Yeah.
is Colvard, which is the best Gam, by the way.
Gam meaning village.
Yeah,
guys.
Gam means village.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, every person who comes from there says the same thing.
No.
right?
My village was the first one to have lights, first one to have electricity, first one to have sewage.
Don't they all say that?
Nope. Only you go ask any
Yes.
person about their Gam. They'll tell you.
But you said that you're not Indian.
No, I'm not. I'm not Indian. If you're gonna say that, when a lot of people say like, oh, you're Indian, they mean, oh, you're of Indian descent.
I'm of Indian descent.
Well, then I'll be like, I'm also of Indian descent, but I'm also of Arab descent. So then you start going, where do you stop with this thing? The
I'm
only
South
reason-
African, actually.
Well, that's actually where people should start off, right? Because
Yeah.
you should go like where you like born. That makes you that nationality. It's only. Let me tell you something. It's only a South African thing, where we go. Let me box you into something. Oh, you are Indian. Because you can't just be South African here. You must be something South African. You must be, oh, you Indian South
I
African.
know.
So,
Every
I mean,
Uber driver thinks I'm from Durban.
so I just go like, it is the most pointless conversation. And like the whole world understands the concept of a third culture kid.
So, but like, okay,
Yeah.
I was so excited to go to India, and I've been many times,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
as a kid, and obviously being boxed here because of our system from the past, you know, and like, growing up in an Indian community, everyone was like, "Where are you from?" Durban. I'm like, "No, I'm from Joburg, actually Pretoria." And then I was like, "I can't wait to go to India because I'm going home." Land in India, and like the first time, and the first person, "Ma'am, where are you from?"
Yeah.
It's like, that's when I decided I'm South African.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I go to Middle Eastern countries quite often, right? And they speak to me in
Yeah.
Arabic. But
That's
what
cool.
do they just forget about
must
this
be the
Indian
green
heritage I
eyes.
had? Like, my eyes.
Yeah.
Stop
You know,
flirting with me. I can't deal with it.
trust me, that's the girls want the lighter eyes.
I can't deal with
And
it.
I
get
think
very
you know
shy.
that.
I get very shy.
Do you?
Yeah. When people like,
I know his weakness.
then I'm just like, oh, thanks. Okay. Move on. What's the
Okay,
next question?
No, there's no next question. I'm actually going to go back. So what makes a good podcast? Talk to me.
They always say this. Oh, you got to understand your audience. Oh, you have to be authentic. I think what makes a really good podcast these days is that you have to be interesting. Sometimes people record things for recording's sake. They'll be
Yeah.
like, yo, listen, me and my friend, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about this. In fact, sometimes it gets worse. And this is no slight at you. I'm saying that sometimes people think that I should interview different people, right? And I always go like, nah, I don't think you should. I think if you could stay into that camera, speak into the microphone, and just talk, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
We'd be
I agree.
absolutely fine. I think we overcomplicate like the making of content, specifically podcast content.
That's what I like about Chad, Ginger with the
Chad,
GoPro.
Ginger with the GoPro.
He literally opens his phone and he's just like, I'm here,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
doing
good at
this.
it. Yeah, he's very good
that's
at that.
like,
Yes.
And that's so when I'm
Yes.
doing my trip now, I've decided to take my microphone and just like record.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
that's exactly how it should be. I think, and people forget that because people want like this idea of they watch a couple of episodes of Joe Rogan and they go like, okay, cool. How do I iterate this? How do I replicate this? How do I be the Joe Rogan? That's why whenever I meet a client or get a brief from a client and they go like, we want Joe Rogan. And I go, oh, okay, well, you just want an interview style podcast. You're never going to get Joe Rogan numbers.
Yeah.
He's an early adopter. He was doing podcasting stuff way before
Way
there were
before.
apps for podcasting. I mean, like, come on. Like,
When did you start this podcast? You produce other podcasts, right?
I produce tons of podcasts. I
Okay.
mean, so I have a company. It's called POC Podcasts. The name is changing to All Ears.
All Ears.
Yeah, All Ears. Like I'm All Ears. And
That's clever.
Thanks. Thanks, baby girl.
Another compliment for Simmi.
Thank you, baby girl.
Did you just call me Angel?
Yeah, baby girl.
Oh, baby girl.
baby
I
girl.
like it.
Stop it. Don't make me nervous. So I produce like a bunch of podcasts. But ideally how it started is that these were the only podcasts that were available to me. So I reached out to my friends network, the network of friends. And I was like, hey, I'll make this thing for you. I will organize the recording time and editing. And now it's way easier to make a podcast. I can genuinely make podcasts I'm interested in. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I make a lot of podcasts.
Do you make jingles too?
I do make jingles.
Really?
They're very expensive.
Okay.
They
What are we
expensive.
talking?
Depends on the type of jingle you want.
Okay.
But jingle making is a really, really tough experience. Like, I don't know if you know the mnemonic sound of ABSA.
Yes.
It's very famous, right?
Yeah.
Like, ABSA spent hundreds of thousands of rand making that, right?
Because it has to stick. There's a whole like psychology behind
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
With jingles, kind of the same thing, but you can get away with it not being like of that value. And also the length of it and stuff. But I mean, like, you can get a decent jingle made maybe for like 2,000-3,000 rand.
Yeah. How do you monetize your own podcast?
Oh my gosh. So actually, I am releasing a podcast soon called How to Monetize Your Podcast.
Guys,
And it's
stay
behind a
tuned.
paywall. So that's
There you
the
go.
answer.
That's how you monetize your podcast.
Yeah, you can, this monetizing thing, I mean, I don't have the answer to it.
No, because Spotify, like, you can't get as a South African podcaster, you don't get paid.
I
For
think
you.
some of them do.
Not for Spotify.
Not for Spotify.
Spotify, it's not open.
They gave like 14 African podcasters like $100,000 US.
14 podcasters. I'm talking about the majority. Yeah. I'm saying like once you upload it, doesn't matter. Like you have your dashboard, but when you click on like payments or it doesn't
Doesn't allow
apply
you.
to South Africa yet.
Yeah,
So-
I don't use the Spotify server system. What it's called.
You're on Apple.
I know I'm on all
All
the servers.
platforms,
Like you
yeah.
can find me on Spotify, right? But I don't use them to house my audio. My audio is housed by a separate server, and that
You're
server.
doing it old school style.
No. That's how every mainstream podcaster does it. They
No,
use,
but I mean-
they use Megaphone, which is now owned by Spotify. But Megaphone, you need about like I think 5,000 downloads an episode before they'll take you on as a client. You'll use Omni FM, which we use.
Anchor.
Anchor is a free RSS distributor where you can house your audio. Listen, if you're using that, you've just started podcasting.
Which
it's
I
also
have.
free. So great to use. But I mean, like, if you are serious in the podcasting game, not a lot of people are using that,
Got it.
right? A lot of podcast creators at the bottom rung are using it. But I would suggest using even a local one like Iono FM.
Just so you guys know, I actually got Simmi on here to get
For all
some
your-
advice.
I will give you all the advice.
for
you
my
need. I'll give
podcast.
you all the advice. You need. But I mean, like, that's like, but the monetization question, right? Everybody wants to know, how do you monetize it? And I think there are numerous ways of monetizing content. You finding your own sponsor to give you some money to make this, right? That's a way of monetizing your podcast.
Great segue before you carry on with more.
And this is brought to you by Mikasa Property Management.
Yes, and I'm
Mikasa Sukasa.
also because Simmi worked in radio, which we're gonna get into.
I did.
I'm gonna let you read this, but in a radio voice.
Yeah, I wasn't on air in radio. I wanna.
So you're gonna do that, and Ravenstein, not Bingley.
Okay. This season, we're changing it up. We are shooting at the iconic Bingley Place and Villa, Ravenstein. These amazing locations are managed by Mikasa Property Management. Mikasa Property Management is a luxury holiday rental management company based in Camp Spain, Cape Town. Mikasa Property Management gives homeowners and landlords in Cape Town freedom by taking all aspects of management off their hands while maximizing their rental property income. Experience the epitome of contemporary luxury at Villa Ravenstein, a stunning modern holiday home in Camps Bay. Take in breathtaking sea views and mesmerizing sunsets while enjoying Villa Ravenstein's amenities, including an infinity pool, a balcony with sun lounges, and a built-in gas braai for the ultimate relaxation and sunbathing. I based that voice over some of the worst DJs that South Africa has ever produced.
Wow, it was impressive though.
Can you imagine that person in real life, like speaking like that? Is there a doctor in the house?
Do they put that on? Being in radio, do they put that on?
Yeah. There's no way a normal human being sounds like that. No ways.
Did you put on accents when you're on radio?
I wasn't on air. I was behind this. I was a producer. So they didn't want to put me on air.
How did you get there?
I opened up for a comedian and I saw a radio DJ was in the crowd and he was the breakfast show host at the time for East Coast Radio, Daryl Ilbury. And he said, come through. And then I came and then he said, this is a radio station. And I met a lovely person called Michael Zuma, no relation. And another guy called Travis Bouchan, no relation. I don't want to say that. And they taught me radio, but within like the week I was there,
were you only there for a week?
The week I was there, I learned so much that they offered me a contract the following week.
Okay. I thought you were there for a week and then you put that on your LinkedIn.
I just looked at audio and there's a common thing they say in radio, that radio chooses the people. Radio chose me. I was bitten by it and I'm very upset to this day that there were people in the industry of radio that blocked me.
Really?
Yeah. They blocked me from being, I could have been one of the best broadcasters in this country.
I guess you still can, firstly, and also you've channeled that energy into your podcast business.
But that's the reason why I started the podcast. Everybody thinks I started the podcast because I was just early to it. No, I started the podcast because I left 947 at the time. Another place that didn't want to put me on.
Should we go find these people?
I found them, and let me tell you something. The humble pie is being baked. One of them has already eaten from it. So don't worry. The other one, his turn will come.
Got it.
But I started it because all my program manager ever asked me for was a fucking demo. But I'm in the building. Dog, I'm in the building. You can spot. Your job is to spot and nourish talent. That's
How old
your
were you?
job. 24, 25.
Still a lighty.
In it. I still love radio to this day. And that's why I have one of my close friends, Dean, my best friend actually.
Do you want to give him a shout out?
A shout out, Dean. You know I love you, baby boy. Dean Schroeder. He's actually the cleverest guy with podcasting in the country.
You should have brought him with you.
Nah. Dean got a real job. He doesn't do this. The stuff is too much for him. But so those are I made the podcast to have a place where all these different demos could be stored. Me interviewing people, different links and stuff like that. And of course, it just grew into something else, and it's still growing.
Yeah.
It's not in its final form yet. I'm this close to going viral. I can feel it. I'm very close to it.
I can feel it for you too.
And I'm a person that firmly believes that it will come. There are shit years behind me. It can only get better. I'm this close.
We're going to insert that video of you that's online when you did your first kind of stand-up and someone filmed from a really
No,
bad
please
phone.
don't put that video up. Please don't put that video up.
I laugh.
Please don't.
So hard.
Please don't put that.
Okay, no, but I'm just saying it's really good to know where you come from to where you're going and how much growth you've made from that. Like, that's an amazing journey, you know?
And thank you. Thank you, because, you know, sometimes, like, I see all my friends do so well, and I'm very proud of my friends, but it's like a good type of jealousy. And I go like, oh, when's it going to happen to me? And sometimes you don't feel like that. Sometimes you feel like, oh, it doesn't happen for me. Instead of just thinking, when is it? But when the opportunity arrives and it is in front of you, you must be ready. You must have the CV to show them, this is what I do. This is what I can do. And this is what I can do for you. And I'm so close to it. I feel it.
I also think our 30s are for that. You know, our 20s have trained us for this moment.
I don't know. My 30s, I just want it for money.
Yeah, but that's fair.
I've only... Do you know the
You
other
need to
day-
look after your wife, right?
Oh, gosh. Can I tell you something, right? I went to Incredible Connection the other day and I bought a TV. 8,999 Rand, Samsung 55-inch, CU 7,000.
Yeah.
Right? UHD Magandis. I put it in my flat here in Cape Town, and I put it on and I set everything up, and I start crying. Because a year ago, I didn't have fucking 20 Rand to fucking buy a television, let alone, like, I was like, oh man. So I'm just like, yo, all praise to the Most High.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how, like, how have you grown? Like, how did that come about, you know?
I got a Netflix account now.
That's amazing.
Baby girl.
Is it from your podcasting?
Yes, all of the stuff, and shukran, all of the stuff in the last year has come from podcasting. And I came back from Dubai in 2021.
Were you living there?
I was there for about 9 months.
Okay.
Nothing was working there either for me. And I came back over here and I started running. And the thing that running taught me the most was discipline. And being focused. And because of that, I applied those traits to podcasting. I love stand-up. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite things to do in this world.
Yeah.
But man, there are tons of unserious people in stand-up. I couldn't waste my energy over there.
So you still doing stand-up?
I still do stand-up, but me, I do podcasts. And let me tell you, I do funny podcasts. Comedy can be put in different conduits.
Totally.
So I focus on a conduit that I'm really gifted at. And that got me a lot more clients and a lot more eyes on me. And yeah, so I make money from podcasting.
I love this for you. I'm so proud of you.
That's also one of my favorite things people say. I love this for you.
I love this for you.
Thank you.
And I am supporting this journey because I think...
Thank you.
I can see where you're going.
So how much advertising space do you want to buy for our upcycling luxury brand?
No, we're not getting there yet. I think what I want is your funny side to come out now.
I don't have it.
Simmi woke up not funny today.
No, I don't wake up. Contrary to popular belief, right? I don't find myself incredibly funny. I don't. Like, I'm not a laugh a minute type of stand-up comedian. I'm not. I'm way more of a thinker. Like, I love thinking. On stage, different. I have to make you laugh. You paying for this product, right? Whereas off stage, I'm not that guy. I'm really not.
I just want
an
accent.
What accent do you want?
Any
accent?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Give me something. Like, give me a...
You know my favorite accent in the world is the
your
Durban
favorite?
Indian accent.
Yeah, okay, go for it. It's my... actually...
My favorite video of all time, you can play this video, is from a guy called Nagamposh.
Nagamposh.
That's his nickname.
Okay.
And he goes, Awe Wakai members, you want to dollar me? You can dollar me. You can't dollar me. I'm rich. I'm moving with a fucking Nagamposh. My people are my people and my people are fucking banging. And I'm also fucking banging too. Hosh. It's my favorite video. I watch it, like, I cannot tell you every single day.
I think you posted this on your Instagram.
Yeah, I posted often on my Instagram. That's how much I love him. Do you know what a Nagamposh is?
No.
It's a shank. It's a homemade knife. But everybody thinks it's a type of Porsche.
My God.
He's saying, I'm rolling with a knife. And everybody thinks he's rolling rich in a Porsche. It kills me. I love the Durban Indian accent. I used to have a guy in class. His name was Jiran Ranganathan. Every year, because his name was Jiran and his surname was Ranganathan. Every year, when they did the class registry, and the new teacher would go, Gran Rang and go, no man, that's not my name. My name is Ran Ranganathan. Bro, he said it every year. And every year I would fucking love it. He would say it every time. No man, it's not my name. My name is Ran Ranganathan. I loved it. It stuck with me to this day. I love Ran Ranganathan. No man, it's not my name. My name is Ran Ranganathan.
Do you still know him?
Nah, I don't. I don't even know. He wasn't even a nice guy to me at school, so fuck him. So I'm just like, he used to make fun of me. So what must I say? No, man, it's not my name. My name is Ryan Ranganathan. It's just hilarious. It was a good time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Simmi, you are funny.
I know, thank
I'm
you.
not going to suck out funny from you. So we're going to continue our live podcast.
Don't suck out anything from me, please.
Didn't mean it that way.
Please, I'm looking into camera. Safia Valley did not suck out a single thing to get this interview. She just invited me.
Yeah, the fact that you're here.
I just looked at everybody's faces in the room. And you said, I'm not going to suck out the funny. Please do not suck out anything.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm in a corner now.
To all the women out there that love me, no sucking has happened.
I'm just gonna.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you to sing opera now because
I can't.
You made me do that.
I can't sing. I can't sing anymore. My voice is not as strong as it used to be.
Just one.
I can't.
It's either that or if you read a poem.
Oh shit! I didn't even bring my poems with me. Yes.
Do you need your phone?
Yeah, I do need my phone. Can you please bring my phone for me?
Please, you asked so nicely.
Have you watched Hamilton? You have to watch Hamilton. It's like the greatest musical of all time.
Should we go?
Stop it! Stop letting me. I'm shy. I'm a shy person.
I'm asking if you want to go watch Hamilton.
I would love to. I would love to watch it live one day. It's sold out across the world, though. Dubai in January. Abu Dhabi in January.
My birthday's on the 4th.
Of Jan?
Yeah.
My birthday's on the 14th of February.
I know you told me.
I'm an Aquarius.
Yes, and I'm a Capricorn.
Makes sense.
Oh, really?
No, don't you hate it when people say that, though?
Just like, what do you know about star sign Simmi Areff?
Do you think that we're a match?
I don't know. Maybe we should get onto like the same dating app and we'll see if we'll swipe.
No. Where did I send it to? I must find it. I'm going to find it. It's just going to take me.
I don't know. Okay, while you're doing that, I'll Google what Capricorn and Aquarius are, and we have. Capricorn.
Yes, do that.
Meanwhile,
back at the ranch.
Aquarius. Is a Capricorn and Aquarius a good match?
Yes. What does it say?
Aquarius and Capricorn are fairly compatible.
Fairly? Is that like good fairly or bad?
I don't know. Together, the Capricorn and Aquarius couple will be like friends in marriage due to the latter's nature of keeping things lit with their easygoing nature.
Your loss, girl. That's all I have to say. It's that it's your loss. I need to find this thing.
How is this my loss?
It's your loss, girl. It's your loss. I'm sorry. I don't know what you wanted me to tell you, but it's your loss. It's your loss. There's nothing
Love
you can do about it.
between
No, it's your loss. It's your loss, girl. Next time, maybe.
I don't read horoscopes. Okay, but here you go. Who is Aquarius soulmate? Here's your answer. Okay, yes. It's a Gemini.
Gemini.
So when an Aquarian finds someone as thirsty for knowledge as themselves, which we were talking about, they cannot resist but fall in love with a Gemini. The thirst for knowledge.
When is the birthdays of the Geminis, of the Geminis?
You know, I'll just read your horoscope. I mean, Gemini birthdays.
And then afterwards I'll do a poem.
Perfect. May 21st to June 21st.
Okay.
Has she slid in the DMs yet?
No, people don't slide in my DMs. People think I'm intimidating, that's why. So they're just like, that's why a lot of people don't interact with me.
I didn't think you were intimidating.
Calm down, girl. That's because you love me. Please, we've gathered that you love me. Oh, gosh. Please. But anyway, no one slides in my DMs.
It's fine, we'll find you a Gemini.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Gemini.
Okay.
How would you pronounce it?
Gemini.
Gemini. Fine, we'll find you a Gemini Gemini.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what else does it say? Okay, and I read my poem.
Oh, do you want to? Yeah, read. No, go.
So this poem I wrote for a girl. She had very curly hair.
Okay.
Right? The poem is called Curls.
Saraya has curly. It's just.
I don't know any Saraya out there. Just for all the girls that love me, I don't know any Saraya. And if I did, this poem is not about her. This poem is about someone else.
Okay, the curly-haired girl, this one's for you.
Yeah. Curls. Curls, curls, curls on girls. My mind unfolds when I see curls on girls. Nothing more beautiful in this scurvy world than curls draped and drenched on girls. It's crazy to think that man adores pearls when your hand can be tangled, twisted, and running through curls. Beautifully bent, twirly, and swirly, your hair's my childhood crush. I like to call it Liz Hurley. My tongue becomes nervy, tied, topsy and turvy. Sincerely, this poem is now over wordy. So, all praise to God, a high five hit firmly. Your hair is like a song on the radio. I'd like to send a shout out to your whirlies and curlies. But be cautious, beware. You can be drowned in the depths of despair. Confusing betwixt with cute little lies. She says that she likes you, but leaves with some other guy. So keep the receipts of your kindness and care. Curly haired girls can hurt you, or even worse, straighten their hair. Thank you.
Woo! Oh my God, that is power and fire.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have curly hair.
And that girl did leave me. That was so hilarious.
That is beautiful.
Yeah,
you should write it.
All of the stuff that I write is like very like whimsical. Like,
I like it. It took me on such a journey.
And then I had like other ones. Like I had an ode to biryani, but I mean it's unfinished.
An ode to biryani.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that's the type of stuff, like, I used to do a lot of poetry. I wish I did a lot more writing these days. I dig it.
I think you should write a poem after this podcast.
Stop flirting. Shy.
What is the one thing people don't know about you?
That I'm actually I'm very emotionally attached to people, and I want to see everybody win, and I'm incredibly supportive. I'm actually super, super kind. A lot of people will tell you that I'm the nicest dick you'll ever meet, because I'm just like, I come across as brash and obtuse maybe sometimes and aggressive, but I'm a softie. I like when people do things to me, it hurts. You're
a teddy bear.
Yeah, but I'm like, I learned over time that if you're online in any form, is that you just need a thick skin.
Yeah.
And it sucks that you do.
Because everyone will have an opinion.
They have to have an opinion about you, right? And sometimes you have to block it off. And I realized that you have to create safe spaces for yourself. So back when we didn't know this terminology when I was younger. So I would go to my best friend Dean, and I would rather vent and cry over there than vent and cry online.
Obviously.
Like sometimes you don't want to show them that they've gotten to you, right? But like I would like do a show and then people would tweet, "This guy's not funny. He used to hurt me." Then I'll be like online, "Why the fuck do you not think I'm funny?" No, I'll just go to your bed and
have it and an ode to yourself to have that moment and then carry on. You know.
So one thing people don't know about me is that I'm incredibly soft as a person.
It's because you're an Aquarius.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Right. Yeah, you're a water sign.
What's your favorite stone?
A
lot of people say rose quartz. Mine is gravel.
Mine is the penguin stone because
what the fuck is the penguin stone?
So you know when penguins get like they come in pairs, right? So when a penguin gives another penguin a stone, so it's their mating season, they stuck together for life. It's actually a thing. It's the pebble that they give each other.
Can you lift up your left hand and make the C shape?
Why?
Just do it. Just do it. Lift it up like here. Yeah. Reach out.
Oh, guys. I was just like, what?
That's what penguins do when they put their heads together.
Yeah, but there's a real thing. It's a pebble thing.
What's a pebble thing?
Is
that what they do?
Yeah.
Like Hardy does.
I don't know how Hardy does.
Hardy does only have one mate for life.
So that's my favorite stone.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, mine is gravel. That's it.
Gravel.
Very simple.
You know, teddy bear, gravel makes sense.
Very,
Aquarius,
very. What's your favorite thing to do in Cape Town?
Go to the market.
The market?
I like going to the market.
Jesus Christ, I've never seen more white people in one place. Like, how many white people have you seen around? In fact, I get scared when I go there. The zucht is too hard for me to
Fine, I
pronounce.
take that back. I mean,
Please.
let me tell you, because I didn't. I
But
wasn't
continue,
into-
yes, I want to find out more.
I like to go up the mountain. Like, not hiking high mountains, but the little Lion's Head one that you go around. Not to Lion's Head, there's another trail. And I like going to the beach when it's warm.
Yes, the beach is the best thing.
Yeah.
About Cape Town, right? Let's find out more about Safia Valley. What makes you undeniably...
Well, we're almost done here.
No, don't worry about them. I'm gonna finish.
Well, we
it
need
off
an
this one.
outro. Okay, ask one question.
No, I'm not asking many questions, bro.
It's not a samosa run.
It doesn't matter if it's a smooth.
Okay, you
ride.
want to
I
know
wanna find
me?
out more
Okay,
about you.
fine.
The first time you
I
met
need to
me, what
pee.
did you think? I need to pee.
Just telling
You know, there's a live television. You could go make a wee and come back.
No,
The
I
cameras will still be
know.
rolling.
I'm just, yeah.
The first time you met me, what did you think?
Can we add crickets to this?
Wow.
So we met online first,
Okay.
and I didn't think much. I wanted you on my podcast. you
Okay,
know,
yeah, but what
one
did you
goal.
think when you met me for the first time? Not about online.
I met you today, like
Yes,
an
what did
hour
you think?
ago. I think you're cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you feel when I rejected you 3 times?
You did not reject me. You just didn't read the memo. And you're here now.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, rejection's redirection.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, I'm just getting
nice.
redirected.
What can you tell me that would improve me?
Don't be a nice dick. Just be nice.
That's actually very solid advice. But I struggle to be nice because I
You
question
build,
a
like,
lot.
you almost build this thing in front of you where it's like you playing tennis with yourself and you're like just protecting yourself in case. And then the shield goes down and the teddy bear comes out when you're like, I can trust you.
Did you study psychology?
Cardology.
Psychology. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I did my yoga teacher training.
You did a yoga teacher training? I'm not going to say anything.
I'm sorry.
You're a very lovely person. But I'm not going to say anything because just now you find offense.
No, I told you I was one of your chakra hands.
Chakra hands are cool though.
Yeah, come to Yoga Live.
I do want to start yoga. I want to start yoga
Come.
for... No, it's very expensive there. It's like fucking 38,000 Rand to put your bum in the air. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying
Okay, how
38,000 rand to
about,
put my
why
bum.
don't you invite me to one of your podcasts and we'll do yoga on the street?
Girl, I'm doing a podcast in Sea Point Promenade. I was like, you can't miss me. In
You
fact,
can go down with
this-
dog.
I don't go down on anything. Everybody that watches this or listens, I just want you to know I did not say I was going down on
I am talking about
anything.
yoga. Okay.
You talk about whatever you want. I know how innuendos work.
Anyways,
But all the people that love me,
continuing.
don't blush, girl. Don't worry. I got you on this.
All the
journey.
people that love Simmi, which is many.
Please, I did not go down on anybody. Ne?
Stop.
I wasn't downloading nothing there. Dogs.
I
cats.
also retract
Simmis.
asking you to do yoga with me.
No, I'll do yoga with you because I still got the first week free for Yoga Live. I haven't used it yet.
Nice, good
I know.
one. Good catch. Okay.
And also, if you change your email, you get another week free. I've done
Oh
it
my God.
4 times now. So I know downward dog.
You know, my friend who owns Yoga Life.
She can listen to it. That's you, ma'am. What's her name?
Let's not.
Let's not listen to me. Let's not. There is a flaw in your system, in your business. People can keep on changing their email addresses. Ask your IT guy to stop that. You are
Okay,
losing money.
well-
I've been there 4 times.
We'll make it happen.
Thank you.
So, are you done with your questions?
Why are you not wearing shoes?
I wanted to feel comfortable.
So you decided not to wear shoes?
I'm sitting in a home on a couch. I can also, don't tell me what to do. I can do what I want to do.
I didn't say. I asked why. I asked
Why are you wearing shoes?
Veldskona. Because I want Sia Kolisi to sponsor me. So that's the main reason why.
Okay.
And also I think it works with my vibe.
Yeah.
Because I look like very Wes
Your
Anderson.
vibe attracts your tribe.
Where do you learn all of these things from? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Rejection is just
Redirection.
Redirection.
Do you want some? Do you want me to
Yeah,
teach you?
they're very cool.
Do you think? What's your first impression of me, Simmi?
I was like, damn, this person is rich as fuck. They've invited me to Camps. Their house is in Camps Bay. yo, this person is rich. Then I looked outside because I was outside for a long time. And I was like, sure, why is there a Toyota Corolla parked outside? Or maybe that's a security guard. Then when the gates opened, then I saw WWW, and then I saw these different cars and these stickers on the cars with the person's business on. I was like, damn, this person is making
By the
money.
way, do you want to drive in an electric X3?
I have an i8. So
Shattered.
they're very nice X3.
We're definitely taking that out.
That I have an i8. Please keep it in. For SARS reasons.
Okay, fair.
No, you can delete it if you want.
But,
It's your podcast. But yeah, I thought you were very welcoming, very kind. And the reason why it took me so long to come and do this thing is that I actually get shy of meeting people.
I was so nervous to have a podcast with you. I've never, like, another podcaster. I was just like, I was getting, what do they call it when you have...
Prepped, ready.
No, can you stop stealing my thunder? It's imposter syndrome.
Oh, yes, that is another thing that people complain
So
about.
I don't complain about it, but I'm just like, this is the first person, most people that come on have been on 1 or 2 podcasts or none. So it's, you know,
But
you know what you
you're
know.
already beating them because you're already doing it. A lot of people talk about doing it, right?
No, I'm saying
You're
as
already
a
there.
guest.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
understand you. A lot of people don't have, they may not be mic ready. Like they may not understand how to do this type of thing, right?
I wasn't for like 2 years until I was speaking.
time.
I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm a podcaster.
And then you said, let me go find Simmi.
yeah,
You're
Simmi,
very
you were
lucky.
the only person I wanted on this podcast.
You could have just asked me out on a date. You don't have to have a whole podcast thing. You don't have to. I would have said yes. Everybody gets a chance.
Okay,
One chance.
so one thing about me, the guy has to ask me on a date.
Nah, it's never going to happen. Not soon.
Don't
Sorry.
put that out in the universe for me.
Well, maybe somebody else, but not for me. I don't ask people.
Yeah, that's why you're an Aquarius and I'm a Capricorn.
Makes
It's just
sense,
never
right?
gonna work.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense,
because
right?
you're also a princess.
Yes,
And on that note,
I'm the prize.
I just want to thank you for being on the podcast, for being undeniably you, Simmi.
You didn't ask me a single question from those
I
things.
asked you every single one. These are my anxiety enablers.
Pass one. Pass the one that says my name on it.
We are running out.
Don't worry about what you're running out of. Pass one that says my name on it.
Okay, do you want to know?
second
Do you
one.
know what's funny?
Yes.
The guy who printed it made a mistake.
No, you didn't. Oh,
They're both yours.
they're both mine?
Yeah.
Pass it
Oh
over
my
here.
God.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Let's start from the beginning. Where are you from?
I'm from Pretoria.
Okay. She even put laugh. 3 degrees. What came first? Comedy or podcasting?
I like that question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? That's why I asked it.
Answer it.
I am not a comedian. So podcasting.
Okay, cool. On your podcast, Lesson on Somebody's, okay, how did that come about? You did ask that. What advice do you have for someone who wants to start a podcast?
I asked that.
Don't. How do you monetize?
Asked that.
What are some of the powerful lessons you have learned as a podcaster and comedian?
I didn't ask that, so.
I'm asking you. I don't know
I'm
the
not a
answer.
comedian.
What are some of the powerful lessons you have learned as a podcaster and yoga hun?
As a chakrahan.
Yes.
So I've learned that everything happens in the doing. So you have to just get up and action. So stop talking about what you want to do and just do it. Whether you succeed.
Very chakra honey.
Whether you
Very chakra
succeed or fail, it's still growth. And what the podcast has taught me is to step into my authentic voice.
And be undeniably you.
Yes, and be undeniably myself.
There's a question over here that says, I listened to the free version. Why didn't you pay for the full version?
I know, I put that there on purpose.
Okay, well.
Because I wanted you to grill me.
Maybe you have also found out about the different email trick for the yoga
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. You're being Indian, and so I'm learning.
I'm not. I just know how to buck the system.
You know how to bargain a deal. And so,
I did some
I mean,
research on you.
I
And you can
did.
sing opera. That's impressive. I feel like you need to give our listeners a taste.
I think so.
No, I think we should talk about this.
I like that last 2 questions, but I haven't asked it. I think that's
Yeah.
how we're going to
I think
end
we should
this
talk
one.
about this. You were asking in an interview a while back, and I want to revisit this question. Do you ever feel pressure in terms of marriage? coming from your type of household, or rather coming from an Indian family? Well, my family's not Indian, but I do not feel any pressure, mainly because it's like the last thing on my parents' mind. My parents only want me to be happy. That's the only thing.
I love that for you.
Yeah, thank you. You are a poet. Yes, I am. Yes, I've done that. You are so handsome. How? Why do you want to know about
What skincare products do you use, Simmi?
skincare products? Switch Beauty.
Switch Beauty,
from Ravi Gur.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Thank
those
you.
are good. You did very well. I must say that a lot of people actually don't prep for a podcast, and the fact that you've actually taken time.
I told you, I found that video of you.
Okay, stop telling people about this video, but yes, well done. You've done
I am
well.
so leaving in the link.
Thank you
of
for
this video.
inviting me, by the way.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you
This
for
could have
being
been
here.
a shit show. I'm sorry that it wasn't super funny.
I'm sorry that it wasn't a shit show. Thank God.
It could have been, yeah.
It could have
But I'm sorry that it wasn't super funny.
I wasn't expecting anything. You know, that's another chakra
Chakra
hunt
hunt thing.
lesson.
That's what I said when I came in here, guys. Remember I said it. I
Yeah,
said, yo,
so one
lower
of
your
the
expectations.
deepest thing, just don't have an expectation. Just go in and do it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, thank you. Wait, I want to use my other hand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
now we fist bump. Thank you. Very soft hands, Safia.
I do have very soft
What skin do you put? What skin routine do you have just for the top of the
I
hand?
use this Korean skincare brand, which
And
is
tell you
called
what I did. I went to
Sarange.
Japan, right? Before we go. I went to Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, and I bought about
It's my dream, by the way. It's on my Raya bio. That says,
120 face masks.
is it Sarange?
I don't know what they're called. Panda Wanda. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
That sounds like you'll get acne.
Well, I don't know. Some of them did. But I just gave them to all the girls I liked. And they thought it was the best gift ever. Like, if you are a guy out there, skincare products for women, the best gift. Yeah.
The best. Also because it's so expensive. Like my biggest...
These were not expensive. I could buy 120 of
That's
them.
what I'm saying. They could give you acne. So whoever those girls are, please just...
Some of them don't speak to me anymore. They said it was burning. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad
Oh
sign.
my God. Thank God I wasn't your friend then.
Well, Safia, we're now friends, amigos para siempre.
Do you think we'd hang out again?
Nah.
I think so too. I don't think
The
so.
main reason why is because like you're very cool and I'm uncool.
That's why your podcast is called Lesser Known Somebodies and mine's called Undeniably.
Yeah. Mine is called Listen on Somebody's mainly because I got tired of interviewing people that were famous. I wanted to know other things.
You wanted to know about normal people.
Yeah.
You
But
wanted
anyway,
to...
I would hang out with you, but I mean, I think you're more of a day friend than a night friend. Like I would go grab a bagel with you. I wouldn't go get ice cream after a movie with you. I feel like you're more exciting in the day than you are at night.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah. I feel like you also go do like the Wim Hof method. You go to
No,
Camps Bay
not
and,
a
like,
chance. No.
Okay, that was a trick question. But yes, I would
Okay.
definitely hang out with you.
We end the podcast by blowing kisses to the camera.
I will not be doing that. That sounds very, very you.
can
and
do
that
it.
is undeniably not me.
1, 2.
I told you I'm not doing. Did you just blow a kiss at the camera?
Yes.
And then what do you do after that?
Nothing.
Is it to that camera specifically?
Yes. He's thinking about it.
I'm thinking why.
Go for it. And then you'll see why later. Just almost didn't go. Go.
No, I
You're
don't
so
trust you.
close.
Does everybody do this, or is just?
I
like,
swear,
Does everybody? The ginger with the GoPro do this?
Yes. I will show you after.
Okay, it's going to be a small. My one's going to be small.
Okay, go.
No, don't put pressure on me.
I'm not looking.
Don't stop smiling at me. This is highly
This is why
embarrassing.
the podcast will not end.
Stop looking at me.
This season, we are changing it up. We are shooting at the iconic Bengley Place and Villa Ravenstein. These amazing locations are managed by Mikasa Property Management. Mikasa Property Management is a luxury holiday rental management company based in Camps Bay, Cape Town. They give homeowners and landlords in Cape Town freedom by taking all aspects of management off their hands while maximizing their rental property income.
You know, I don't even really know where to begin, because it seems like